We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With Karina ready in her chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Hey, guess what?
What?
We're actually broadcasting on all WNY this week.
Are you sure?
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool.
We are. We didn't last week. I'm over here making a big deal last week about we're broadcasting on all WNY, and then
Nope.
we weren't. So, like, if you're listening on all WNY, and nobody was because
Yeah,
I forgot to hit the button. Yeah. But we are this week. We're on.
So you say.
We're everywhere.
Okay.
We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on all WNY.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. And later we'll be on Spotify and Amazon Podcasts and Google Podcasts and
Look at how
Apple
crooked
Podcasts.
my glasses are. Look at that. I must have fallen asleep with them on.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I know. Yeah.
I've just been sleeping any chance I get, which is like never. So,
Yeah.
like, you're like, get me up at 4, and I went and laid down next to you at 4.
Yeah, that was not a good idea.
I'm like, yeah, okay, you don't want to get up? Fine, I'm going to sleep.
We almost slept through the podcast.
Nah. Well, yeah, actually, because I woke up and looked at my watch, and you're like, what time is it? I'm like, 5. Actually, you were asking Google what time it was.
Google didn't listen.
Because I interrupted you.
Why?
Because I knew the answer.
No, Google never listens to me though.
I don't know.
There's a problem between me and Google.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so.
So you had a big show this weekend.
I did. First all WNY show back from after the shutdowns and everything last year. And
yeah.
finally able to get all WNY back out into a venue, get the Living Brain Dead back out into a venue. And I'm going to give myself a little more volume here, and there I am. I'll give you a little more volume too, why not?
As well.
Anyway, and so yeah, finally able to get out into the venue. We had Janie Crash and the Tall Men, shout out to them for jumping on last minute.
Yes.
Reaching out to us and saying, hey, if you still need a band, saving the day. So they opened the show. We had Johnny Revolting, Buffalo punk rock legends from like back in the Continental days. And like a newer band in Tsunami Surprise who were really cool. They said they listened to the show.
That's so cool. Hi, guys.
So they asked me about my Fitbit. Because I accidentally wore it on stage. They're like, did you how many steps did you get? I'm like, it's after midnight. I don't know. And of course we got to play and we got to do our little, tribute to Brian. We got a couple of, we had issues trying to get video, but luckily Mr. Scott Leffler came through and shot a couple of, about a song and a half. So, so then, that was, so that was cool. And it's really high quality video. I'm like, man, what did you shoot this with?
Yeah.
I see my buddy Scotty. My buddy Scotty came out to see us. He used to be kind of like a mentor to when I was in ThinkSoBrain. He was kind of a mentor to all of us. That's really, because he, had more experience than any of us did. And also, they were trying to start a recording studio. And well, what I didn't know when I said, "Hey, Scotty, you should come to this show," was Scotty was going to bring me a CD.
Aww.
Of early 2006 ThinkSoBrain demos that we recorded with them, and I listened to them the other day, and yeah.
Do you like it?
No. It was back when I was like, if I sing like Josie Scott from Saliva, it'll be cool.
Oh.
So, yeah, no. I mean, it was cool hearing those songs again and hearing them performed by those, those individuals again.
Yeah.
Because, like, even by the time we got to the 2007 demos that we did with Johnny Helms, it was, a different bass player.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, shortly thereafter, it was a whole different band. So, it was really cool to hear, like, that original band playing those songs.
Yeah.
Like listen, like the third, there's 4 tracks, but the third and fourth track are the same song.
Oh.
But it's like, I'm listening to the third track and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then it's like, wow, this song sounded a lot different than it ended up sounding in the end.
Yeah.
Which I guess is true for all the songs in there, but
Yeah.
Mostly because I stopped trying to sing like Josie Scott. Particularly after we started recording with Johnny Helms, because it was like, no, dude, what are you doing? don't do that. So yeah. Hi, Nick Landers.
Nick. Hello.
It's good to see Nick Landers.
Yes. Look at how my chair won't hold still.
Your chair won't hold still.
My chair. It's my chair.
Sure it is.
Shut up.
Anyway, so yeah, we had it was a great show, and I think we played really well.
Yeah.
Scott told us, well, it didn't suck. So, which is high praise from Scott, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we everything felt good, sounded good. The sound guy did an awesome job.
Yeah.
I don't even know the guy's name at Tudor.
I don't either.
And I've talked to him so many times.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm there, I talk to him.
I know,
I
me
just
too.
don't. And of course, I know Ryan at the door, but
I can't think of it. Like, I know I've been told once.
I tell
But
you
it was
what,
just once, and yeah.
I will tell you what. Out of all the venues around here, I know Chuck.
True.
I don't, like. I know, I know who the guys are, but I don't know their names.
Yeah, I know a few of their names.
Like, I will recognize them if they're out, if I see them somewhere. Like, hey, that's the dude from Mohawk, or that's But like, I'm not good with names.
No, you're really
So
not.
I don't remember who, what the names are. But yeah, I made it a point to go up to him.
Yeah.
Your mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
So I made it a point to go up to him after the show and tell him how good the sound was.
Yeah.
Like, I could hear everything. But if the money I just spent over the course of this past few days is any indication, that might be the last time that we have to rely on like stage monitors.
Nice.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was cool though. Like, I thought, everything sounded great. All the bands were really good, as usual. I mean, that was my first time seeing Tsunami Surprise, and they, pardon the pun, surprised me. They were actually really, really, really good. Not that I wasn't expecting them to be good, but they're really, really good. And I'm going to give the same kind of compliment I gave to the band that's now Trick Room when I first saw them. And that's, they're young, they're only going to get better.
True.
Which is scary. Because eventually, like, we're going to be opening for them.
The Dad Punk will be opening for the kids.
Yeah.
We're just here to supervise. We're the chaperones.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of how Johnny Revolting was expecting to feel going into the show.
Yeah.
Because like most of them are 50 now. In fact, I think it's Andrew. They're doing a show. No, you know what? It's this weekend. They've got Stamps rented out. They've got like a 70s punk cover band coming in, and they're celebrating Andrew's 50th birthday.
That's really cool.
Which is cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm at Stamps a month later for my
Right.
40th. So, right behind you, man. Right behind you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really cool to finally get to share a stage with Johnny Revolting,
Right.
get to share a stage with Tsunami Surprise for the first time, get to finally hang with Janie Crash and the Tall Men,
I'm so jealous.
let alone see them play and share a stage with them, but finally get to, see them after, a year and a half,
Right.
2 years almost. So, I don't know. It depends who you ask, Laura. Except the guy that would give you the wrong answer is not with us anymore, so. I have his vest on the wall back there.
Yeah. Oh, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, it's kind of in the shot.
Kind of.
Yeah, it was gifted to me.
Yeah.
I
that's
was
really
I was
nice.
not expecting that. So that was pretty cool. I got to borrow one of Brian's guitars and play, give it one last stage show.
Yeah.
And and I made sure to mention that, and the guys in Tsunami Surprise were like, oh man, it's so cool that you were able to borrow that guitar and that you were playing his guitar and giving it one last. Yeah, man, I would like to maybe buy that guitar, but yeah.
It's gonna be a couple bucks.
I don't know how much she would want for it.
Yeah. She's probably not ready to sell stuff.
I didn't ask. Well, I guess Mark Lee has a lot of Brian's stuff and he's selling it.
Oh, really?
So I mean, and I've been like thinking of reaching out to him, like, dude, do you have any of like Brian's rack cases? Because that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I could use one for the studio. But and especially with what those things cost, I just bought one. It was like $100 and then $60 shipping.
Wow.
And then I'm like looking at it the next day and I'm like, you know what? I don't think our mixer is going to fit in this thing. So good nap. Now it's Joe and Karina time.
Haha, we napped too, John.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah. It wasn't long enough.
Got enough naps so I can watch more hockey tonight?
Oh, who's playing tonight?
I have no idea. I will find out as soon as the show's over and I open ESPN Plus.
Well, who's playing tomorrow? Who's playing tomorrow?
Buffalo and Montreal tomorrow night. Season opener.
Who's going to be there?
We are.
Oh, yeah.
We are up in the 300s, up in the hard plastic seats.
Hard plastics, yeah. But that's okay.
It wasn't cheap enough to get the first 3 rows of the 300 level. So.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and mostly because of the national anthem.
Yes. Grosh is doing the national anthem. At least the ladies of Grosh.
The girls of Grosh, I think they go by.
Sure. Grace and Megan. So
Yes.
that's gonna be incredible. I'm looking forward to that. I've never actually been to a game where I see people that I know singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be cool.
I didn't buy tickets until like after they announced. Like I was planning on going, but then they're like, "Hey, guess what? We're playing the anthem." Like,
I guess.
Karina, we're going.
I guess.
So yeah, going to the party in the plaza tomorrow. The Penguins embarrassed the Lightning after they raised their banner 6-2. Yeah, that was I mean, by the end of that game, it was like, okay, when's the Seattle game start? Seattle's guys, I still, that was Seattle lost 4-3 against Vegas. It was Seattle's very first game.
Oh, okay.
And they lost 4-3, and the last Golden Knights goal was a little questionable.
Okay.
I thought it was, I thought he kicked it. But they're like, nope, he just turned his foot to angle. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. It looked like he was going forward. That looked like a kick to me. And they're like, well, but the way they explained it was like, well, he kicked it with the outside of his foot, which isn't really like a kick. Like when we say kicking motion, we mean like a soccer ball. So I guess I could see that. I don't know. I was just excited to be able to watch hockey. Especially knowing that I'm going to an actual like regular season NHL game. It'll be my 3rd game so far this year, but it's first regular season game. I went to a prospects game between the Sabres and the Devils. The Sabres won, I think, 3-0 with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen getting the shutout and not making the team.
What?
He's not,
Is he on a team?
I'm sure he's probably on the Rochester Americans. If I haven't really paid that much attention, but
Can you say his name again?
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And then I went to the preseason game against Pittsburgh that Buffalo lost. Sat front row right next to the Zamboni door, which was cool.
I'm so jealous.
And now we're going and sitting in the 300 level for the home opener. I went to the home opener a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
And it was a blast.
Cool.
I really, and that year I could have gone to the Rangers home opener.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't want to spend that much money knowing I was coming home and going to the Sabres home opener.
Right.
So I was like, screw it, I'll just go to this conference. And I went to the conference. It was cool,
Yeah.
I'm going to get an old Buffalo Sabres jersey with ThinkSoJoE on the jersey for my collection.
Oh man,
But
get
we
him
could
going.
But could we sign it for his collection and put it up in his daughter? Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Aw, we should just make him a jersey.
They're, compared to buying like an actual
yeah.
it's not that expensive. Right. So, but I have a ThinkSoJoE show jersey. So, which is based on the old like black and red Sabres jerseys.
Right.
So, yeah. I got to sign a set list. It was for Dan. It was for Dan. Cool. He wanted it for like a memory, and then Misha spilled some like drink on it.
Oh no!
I don't know what the drink was. So like and it's inkjet. So it's like Heil this is gone from the set list, and it's like that's okay. We hate that song anyway. We just play it because we don't have anything to replace it with yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was even feeling good about playing that song. And like I felt good playing the other. It just felt really good to be out and out in front of people playing music with my close friends and celebrating the life of my other close friend.
Right.
and just yeah, that'd be cool, man. Just hit me up. I'll get you the address. He's gonna get one. He's going to get a custom jersey with the name and number on it, and he's going to send it to us so we can sign it. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. We'll send it in. We'll send it right back to you. Mm-hmm. And then maybe I'll remember to send out this T-shirt that I've been meaning to send out for a week and a half now.
Oh, man.
I'm talking to her the other day because I made it for Kirsten. It's a Silence the Cynic T-shirt.
Right.
And she gave me permission to use that logo for the shirt I wore on stage the other day. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to send you one. I'll send it Monday. And here it is the next week, the following Wednesday. And I'm like, yeah, I will remember to send this out to you. And she's like, oh, that's okay. I forgot about it anyway. Like, oh, okay, cool. I was trying to convince her to go to the Bug Jar tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because you've got the 4 horsemen of like nerdcore.
Oh. So
let me see. MC Lars Tour. Even though it's MC Frontalot's tour. MC Lars Tour. So that is tomorrow.
Yes.
At the Bug Jar.
Yes.
And that is the 4 horsemen. That's MC Lars.
4-eyed horsemen.
4-eyed horsemen. You are correct. Mega Ran, MC Frontalot, Schaefer the Dark Lord, and MC Lars.
Nice.
Which, like, Frontalot's cool. But I would be there mostly for MC Lars.
Yeah.
But I'm also a huge fan of Mega Ran. Like, Mega Ran's one of those artists where it's like, if I really want to listen to more of his catalog than I have, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
And then I don't know that Schaefer the Dark Lord guy, but I'm sure if he's touring with those 4 or those 3,
Yeah.
like that's going to be cool. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Too bad you can't go.
Old school 91 Sharks jersey with Pat Falloon, the first Shark ever. Nice.
That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I'm super excited to throw on a jersey and go stand in 70-degree weather for a party before the game.
Something I didn't think about.
Why is it 70 degrees in the middle of October?
Yeah. Why?
Guys.
Apocalypse?
Guys, it's way too warm to be this close to Christmas.
Yeah. So how many days are there until Christmas?
I don't know. Hey, Google, how many days until Christmas?
December 25th, 2021 is in 73 days.
73 days until Christmas. That's going to be like the temperature tomorrow.
Right.
What's up with that?
That's weird.
That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe it'll hold up through Halloween and everyone can wear their slutty costumes.
I guess. It's nasty weather in Virginia, too, yeah. Why is it so warm, guys? Why?
Yeah.
Stop fucking up the planet, everybody.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm still, maybe I just carry the jersey because that's like, here's the thing is when I went to that Prospects game, I'm like, it's fucking warm out. I'm not wearing a jersey.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I got in the building and I'm like, fuck, I should have worn a jersey. It's cold. And so like at the preseason game, I was sitting right off the ice and I'm like wearing a hoodie and I'm like, it's still cold. But now we're going to be pretty high up. So
I keep burping and it's chili fries and funnel fries and it's delightful.
I let me convince you to let me order DoorDash from Checkers, and
it was a rough conversation.
Yeah,
a lot of resistance.
When you come home, I just expect that I'm going to be ordering DoorDash.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't I don't order when you're not home, except for when Madison's here.
Right.
Because it's like, well, you don't want anything I got in the house. What do you want?
Yeah.
So
she didn't want, a dozen hard-boiled eggs.
No. So
they're still in there.
No, I ate some of them.
Yeah, I could tell you ate some.
Yeah. But she, usually we order like Tim Hortons for breakfast.
That's nice.
But this weekend I completely overslept.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get her Sunday, and I woke up at an hour after I was supposed to leave the house, and I'm like, I'm gonna be late. And then I guess I read the schedule wrong or something, and I was like looking at like, okay, what time do I get to leave? Oh, 20 minutes ago. Oops.
Oh shit.
So I text her, I'm like, are you off tomorrow? She said, yeah. I said, do you want me to get you tomorrow instead so I get you the full day? She's like, nah, just come get me now. Like, okay. So then we got back and I'm like, let's get food. And it's like, what do you want? And she's like, well, let's get Burger King.
Ew.
I'm like, I don't like this Burger King near us. I do like Burger King, just not, I know. But the last time we went to this Burger King was actually,
so bad.
No, it was pretty clean and everything. So, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll get Burger King.
Yeah.
So I got bacon, a bacon garlic king, which is actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. John wore a jersey to his daughter's ultrasound, and it was starting to warm up, but he toughed it out for his little one.
Aw. That's cool. So, Grosh is playing the fucking national anthem. Like, that just blows my mind.
Yeah. Well,
It's
Doug
so
Allen.
exciting.
Doug Allen is not doing the anthems anymore for the
Yeah.
Sabres.
Yeah. Is that like a permanent thing?
Yeah, well, he's upset about they are requiring you to have a vaccine to go to
Yeah.
the games. So he's like, well, I'm an asshole, so I'm not gonna. I'm an asshole who doesn't want to get a vaccine, so I'm gonna not do the games anymore.
Okay.
So fuck him. Who cares?
Oh.
Somebody else can point at the fucking crowd.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, he's not my favorite national anthem singer.
No.
He didn't strike patriotism in my heart.
No anthem singers strike patriotism in my heart.
I guess you're right. But I feel like the girls from Grosh are gonna do it really nicely.
I changed my shirt because I just got this shirt today. But before we came on the air, I was wearing a shirt that said "American by birth" on the back of it, and that's because I don't have a fucking choice but to be American.
Right.
That's where I was fucking born. Why the fuck should I be proud of that fact? And I was just watching a George Carlin bit yesterday about that exact same thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I don't get national pride. Like, you happened to be born here. What's to be proud of? You can, be happy to be an American.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you be proud to be an American?
Okay.
That's not an accomplishment.
No, it's not. It's really not.
So
I mean, to be fair, for some people it is. For some immigrants who went through, all the paperwork and the loops and everything.
sure.
I would call that a huge accomplishment to be American. But I don't feel like most of the people who are proud to be American, did anything.
Yeah. Like the dude across the street. Like, what the
with
fuck?
all the flags.
With all the flags. Like, what do you, what, you're proud to be a Trump supporter. You're proud to support police. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Fuck out of here. Anyway. But seriously, there is no anthem singer in the world. And as much as I love Megan and I love Grace.
Right.
There is no anthem singer in the world that's going to make me be like, yeah, fuck yeah, America. Like, I happen to live here. I happen to have been born here. I happen to have family here. And I happen to not, and I happen to have my band here. And that is like enough for me to be like, okay, I guess I'm staying here. Otherwise, like, I could follow Lexi over to fucking Europe and,
Speaking of Lexi.
Yes, let's talk.
Yes.
You didn't see the show.
I did not see the show. How was it?
It was actually, it's really entertaining.
What was it called again?
It's called Killer Camp.
Killer Camp.
It airs Sunday nights at 9 o'clock on the CW, right after Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh my God.
Which I did not know until I tuned in like 10 minutes before Killer Camp came on. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know this was like Kevin and I were gonna fucking try to do this, and I guess we just never got around to filling out the forms. But I'm watching, and I'm like, man, we could be doing this.
Yeah,
we could have been on the CW just before Lexi Reigns on fucking Killer Camp, and we're watching this. So I'm watching the show the other night, and I don't want to say. Basically, what it is, it's like there's all these people at this camp. And there's one of them is a killer.
Okay.
And so they have these competitions where they earn money for themselves or they earn money for the killer. They have to try and figure out who the killer is. They got to try to avoid being killed. And then there's this elaborate death sequence at the end of the episode.
Cool.
Like literally they smashed this dude. They froze this dude to death and froze this dude and smashed his head with a hammer.
That's so brutal.
Yeah. But I'm watching this show and she's. I felt like she was not featured as much as some of the other campers were.
Well, I mean, this was episode 1, right?
Oh, yes. So I don't really know how much I don't know much about shows like this. I don't watch them really. So but with my friend being on it, it's like, I gotta support her. I gotta tune in. I gotta watch. I felt like she didn't get enough, a lot of attention like a lot of the other campers did. So I was kind of like, she's not lasting this episode, is she?
Aww.
And then they have a little, competition in the middle of the show where they're fighting for immunity. Basically, they're doing a duel with arrows.
Okay.
Like they're soft arrows, and they've got red I don't know, ink or whatever the fuck on the end of them. So and they're all wearing white, so if they get hit, you can see it. So I'm watching, and it's like her duel hadn't come up yet, and they show this group shot, and I noticed she's got a red spot on her skirt. Oh. I'm like, well, she's not winning immunity because obviously she gets hit in one of in her competition when it comes up, and then it shows her, and she's spotless and doing her duel, and she gets hit right in the leg. Like, yep, that's I saw that spot before before this duel even aired, and I'm happy to say she made it through the episode.
That's good.
So she'll be back on the show next week again. CW 9 o'clock on Sundays.
That's so
Show's
cool.
called Killer Camp. I talked to her just a little bit. I commented on one of her posts about it, she commented on my post telling people, hey, if you're friends with Lexi, she's on this show. And she, I asked her about coming on the show to discuss her time on that show.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm sure you have restrictions as to when you can go on the show. I assumed it would have been like, yeah, you're not allowed to do interviews until like after you're eliminated or after the show's over. She said she thinks it's like 6 months.
Oh, jeez.
So I told her, I said, listen, whatever you do, don't breach your contract.
Right.
Whenever you're free to talk about it, we would love to have you on to talk about it.
Yeah.
But do not breach your contract.
Absolutely.
Just, make sure you're following that, and don't talk to us publicly about it until you're able to. So hopefully sometime in the next 6 months or so, we'll have Lexi on to talk about her experience on Killer Camp.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Which really cool show, and now I know to. Here's my problem though: is I can't DVR the CW and I can't DVR Fox, so I either have to watch The Simpsons or I have to watch Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh.
And I as much as I love Legends of the Hidden Temple,
right, Simpsons is a religion for you.
You can't win.
Why don't you have 2 TVs at once? You do that all the time.
Because I don't get, because I have those channels on the antenna.
Oh.
And I only have one antenna, so I can't do that, unfortunately. I mean, theoretically I could watch The Simpsons the next day on Hulu.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I could watch Legends of the Hidden Temple. I know Killer Camp, for those of you that want to see the show, now that I've talked about it and talked it up, you can watch it on the CW website.
Okay. So
and that's free. Which I imagine, I guess, probably Legends of the Hidden Temple probably is too. Hey, it's 6:30. We've been talking for a while. So our friends in Sodoff out of Rochester have just this morning released an EP.
Good for them.
And that is called It Only Gets Darker. It's available on Spotify and all that other fun stuff. And this is the title track from the album, It Only Gets Darker, from Sodoff on All WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
It'll get
Sodoff, and It Only Gets Darker.
That was pretty cool.
I think that's the longest song on the album.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a punk band. What do you
Silly
expect?
punk rockers.
Yeah. We were kind of joking about what we would do if we couldn't get a fourth band, and like Johnny Revolting's like, well, we could play 42 more songs. And I'm like, well, we could just add a bunch more woes to our cover of Bro Hymn. The YouTube chat has been really quiet. Nobody said. I wonder if we're still connected over there too. I mean, we're connected. We're broadcasting. I could tell you that, but I don't know if we're getting the chat messages because I haven't seen anybody chat. So anyway,
I don't know. Are you there? Are you there?
I'm curious.
I am too.
I was in the middle of playing Toon Blast.
John's
when I
here,
put my
but
phone
he's
down.
here via Facebook.
He's here via Facebook. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm wondering about the YouTube because we haven't heard from them. Guys, where are you? I guess.
Laura broke the YouTube or the Google.
Another Metallica video. Metallica's been putting out a shit ton of videos lately of their recent shows. Like they put out like 5 from like the show before last. Actually, the show before the last 2 shows, because they did 2 nights where they did not repeat a song over the course of the 2 nights.
Cool.
Which was weird because they did like a bunch of songs from the Black Album the second night, but none on the first night.
Oh.
And I'm watching one of the videos last night. They had posted the video for Frantic, the first track from Saint Anger. Or second track from, I don't know, one of the first 2. One of the songs I keep saying, if you cut those 2 songs off, would be a halfway decent album. But anyway, and James just comes up on stage and he walks up to the microphone and goes, "Here's a song from your favorite album." And like, just so sarcastically. And I had to comment. I'm like, I knew somebody whose favorite album that was, to a point where we played it as a memorial service. Because he loved it so much.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are we getting... Nope. The last YouTube message was, "Karina is perfect. She needs her sleep, Joe." At 6:13. You guys are quiet. What's up with that? I'm going to do a test. Testing. Let's see.
Testes. 1, 2.
Yeah, okay. We're getting messages. I don't know what's up with why nobody's chatting. What's wrong with you people?
What is wrong?
We're here doing this show for you.
I know,
we
wake
like
up.
talking to you guys.
Oh my God. Okay, so guess what? It
Okay.
is officially Halloween season because my sister and I sat down and watched the Lawrence Welk Halloween special. Do you remember the Lawrence Welk show?
Nope.
Oh, motherfucker. How am I even supposed to tell you the story? You're not even going to... It was like a variety show that was on for like a really long... There was dancing and music and polka.
The most I know about Lawrence Welk is he's mentioned in a Bloodhound Gang song.
He is.
So
Well, then I guess this isn't as neat, but I got Halloween music stuck in my head, and then I went to work and I sang it for the kids.
You were sending me videos of like, this is what I'm playing at work right now. You're listening to Janie Crash and the Tall Men.
I was listening. I have a playlist with a bunch of local music and other music on it. And every time a local band comes on, I'll like get really excited. And everyone's like, "Yeah, Karina's excited again." Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But guess what? I have a new coworker. Very nice guy. Very well mannered. Knows his place in the kitchen, and that is below me. Just like everybody else. And no, except for Norm. He's like the owner. And he takes orders very well. I will say this. He's a good worker. He's got good work ethic. He's like 30 something. So he like knows the importance of having a job. It's not like he's just working for like spending money. He's like working for, grown up things.
I'm sorry the camera keeps shaking, guys.
Okay. So this dude, I don't even, you know what it was? You know what started this whole thing was that I told the kids they could listen to their music, but they had to watch the N-bombs. And because we try to keep it kind of family friendly and we're in LaSalle, you know, the really like snooty white section of Niagara Falls. So we don't need and this and that and whatever people context of the N-word that they think is cool. So this guy's like, oh, I'm not racist. I have a color TV or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I never heard that before. You know, like what the fuck ever, you know? And then I was like, did somebody actually just say that in 2021? Like, you know, and then he always like lifts up his shirt to like wipe his face or something. And he's got some lightning bolt tattoos that he started showing off to me. Like it was cool. I'm like, so you're a Nazi, you know, like, okay. I'll keep an eye on you. Like I'm watching you. I'm waiting for you to fuck up because you're gonna fuck up because you're a fucking Nazi. Well, he did fuck up a little bit. We were talking about, okay, so this is kind of funny. There's a pizzeria that opened up next to a gas station at the end of our road that our pizzeria is on. And it's owned by, I don't know, I mean, they're brown-skinned. I don't know culturally or geographically where their origins are. But he dropped a sand and bomb. And we were like, everybody just stopped. And we were like, okay, that's not okay. Like, I gave him a look. Then thank God Norm dealt with it, and I didn't have to because Norm takes him out back. And he's like, dude, you can't talk like this. Like, not here. Like, you can think what you want to think. You can have your beliefs, but you don't bring them here. They're not going to affect the workplace, you know? And so now everybody is aware that they got... Because I'm not going to let him slide by. I'm going to be like, hey, you know that motherfucker? He's a fucking Nazi. So everybody knows now.
So kind of the person that we that the song "Heil This Shitbag" is about. Perhaps.
But the thing is that, like, other than that, he seems like, okay, he rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I don't like him, and I just couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. I was just like, oh, he's just arrogant, whatever, you know? He is arrogant, but I finally put my finger on what I don't like about him, and it's that he's a white male that thinks that he is better than any other group of people. You know,
again, going back to that George Carlin bit, you know, like, what? You happen to be born white. That is not something to be proud of.
Right. And, like, he's not even, like, I'm not going to say anything bad about, like, him and his recreational activities, but his friends, like, one a week so far, he's been there for, like, 3 weeks, like, one a week have overdosed. And I'm like, so these are the people you hang out with. It's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time before this Nazi drops dead. It just better not be on my shift.
Right.
Because I don't think we have Narcan.
Right.
I don't feel like a pizzeria is really a place. Well, I guess everywhere should have Narcan because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
But you don't really think when you go into work that you're going to need it.
No.
But he doesn't seem like he's fucked up or anything. Like, he's not out of it. He's very, like, work-oriented. Like, I don't know. But all of his friends seem to have a habit.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
It's making for a little bit of a stressful workplace.
I bet.
I would rather work with a 15-year-old who's afraid of me and thinks my music is shit than a Nazi, even if he takes my orders and, you know, treats me like I'm his whatever.
Right.
But for real, like, he'll do anything I tell him to. Like, go wash the dishes, go play with chicken blood. Like,
go laser that stupid ass tattoo off.
You know, and it looks like it was done in prison. It might have been.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like one way that white people survive prison, isn't it?
I don't know.
I feel like in the pizza industry, I'm dealing with a lot of former prisoners.
Possibly.
Like the ones that are over 30, they've done time.
Possibly. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I feel like I work with 3 or 4 people around my age, and at least 2 of them have done hard time, which is fine with me, except for like when they go on about it, like it's cool. Like, oh yeah, I did this when I was in prison. It's like, cool. I'm glad you made it out on the other side. I don't know.
John Johnson was a prison guard at one time. That would get you killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on your surroundings.
I guess.
Anyway.
You said hard times. I immediately miss Andrew J. Reimers. But
Oh.
that's another story entirely. From another podcast entirely.
Oh.
Anyway. We got the week, we did episode 200 of Bored Wrestling Fan. And I was stuck in Niagara Falls for a week before that.
Oh, yeah.
And when I finally got home, like, Andrew J. Reimers was supposed to be our musical guest. He was supposed to come in and do Dusty Rhodes' theme song, American Dream, and he got, he was like, there's no way I'm trying to get to your house right now with all the snow in your area. So he sent us the Big Boss Man's theme song, recorded in his bedroom on his iPhone, which is called Hard Times.
Cool.
So, I did a voiceover for Wrestle with Andy about the Big Boss Man, and I was like, I always like to try and give stories when I have them about the wrestlers that we do the bios about. So I send him that. I'm like, here, this is the episode. My buddy sent me, it's at this point in the episode, and then we're also interviewing Joel Gertner and Charlie Haas. So like, it's just a big episode. That I wanted to do like late night style. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to, here we're going to do our little, interactions, our bits, and then we'll have our first guest, and then we'll have our second guest, and then we'll have our musical performance. And it just didn't work out that way because of the, the weather and everything. So, but yeah, that was cool. Still kind of bummed that, I lost one of my podcasting partners from that show recently.
Sucks.
Just
yeah.
I'm that was a hard one to hear. Like I wouldn't be where I am. Like there is no way in hell I would have been able to just buy all this shit I just bought.
Right.
If that dude didn't say, "Hey, why aren't you doing voiceovers?"
Right.
So snow is awesome. I miss it, says
Bullshit.
John Johnson.
You have a car, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't mind snow. I don't have a car.
It hurts me.
Well,
The
I
cold,
can
the
understand
extreme
that.
cold just fucking hurts.
I can understand that.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm sure.
Not at all. This right now, the weather that we have, this like 20-degree variance that we're living in right now, that you would call hoodie weather.
Yeah.
Perfect. I cannot complain. I could wear anything from this to this morning. I was wearing a sweater and a winter hat, and I was comfortable-ish. I don't know. Like this, it would also be referred to as pneumonia weather because people still think that it is warm out, and it's cooling down, and they're trying to wear their shorts and their tank tops, one last time.
It is 66 in Buffalo right now, mostly
Beautiful.
cloudy.
Beautiful. Wear a hoodie.
47% chance of rain tonight.
So probably not.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't left the house since Sunday. Well, no, that's not true because I went Monday and I brought Betty back.
Right.
And then I stopped at Tops on the way home. Hey, look, somebody's on YouTube and chatting with us. Hi, Jasmine. We thought we lost YouTube chat because nobody was chatting over there. So thank you for joining us and chatting. We appreciate it.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I brought Betty back, and then I stopped and grabbed some stuff from Tops. I got Ritz peanut butter crackers.
I bet those are good.
I don't like them as much as the other ones.
Oh, really? I'll
Yeah.
take them off your hands.
No, I mean I'm still gonna eat them,
Oh, okay.
but
Still gonna eat them.
I just and I got some taco shells because you made me taco meat.
You have oodles of taco meat.
I know I do. Facebook chat 316, best chat ever. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of taco meat, lots of chicken in the fridge.
We're doing something with chicken for next meal.
There's potatoes in the fridge.
Oh,
that I haven't,
Jasmine.
I haven't even gotten to the potatoes.
You haven't even gotten to the, there's so many. We're
There's
having potatoes
so
and chicken.
much. You made me so much food.
I did.
And I bought food. This is like, you didn't even have to make me food. I had food, but now and then I had to finish the food that was in there from last time you made me food.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay while I wasn't here.
Yeah, I was very okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then of course, and of course, like Saturday we went to fucking Denny's.
I'm so jealous you went to Denny's.
I was trying to convince them to go to Brando's, but I think it was too far out of our way.
John Johnson says that his hopefully wife makes the best pizza baked spaghetti ever. I have had pizza spaghetti. I've never made it, but I had it at a boyfriend's mother's house one time, and apparently they ate it every Thursday. So I liked to go over there on Thursdays. I mean, like, the company was horrible, but I would just like, nom, 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 nom. Yeah.
Yeah. Now your mom's chatting.
Mom.
She waited for Jasmine to get here.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, but we ended up at Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was like, where should we go for food? And, Kevin and I were both kind of like, well, we don't really care. So we're like, John? And, it took John a minute to finally answer, let's just go to Denny's. Like, okay, sure.
That is the Lockport default. And
so we went to Denny's, and I posted on the band page. I said, pre-show meal. What the fuck is up, Denny's? And, hopefully people got the joke.
I'm sure they didn't.
I don't know. That's a pretty famous clip at this point.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So yeah, that was. Are your restaurants closing early over there? Maybe.
My restaurant isn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
like, it's annoying. We're open till 11 on Fridays and Saturdays. Like, decide you want pizza before that, or order from downtown Buffalo where they're open 24 hours.
I'm guessing that nobody around here closes early on Sundays as far as food delivery services.
We close at 9 on Sundays, and this past Sunday, that seemed too early because it was a later game.
I was going to say, I was going to ask if you closed that early this past Sunday, because the Bills played the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. That game went super late.
I actually watched the second half of that game.
You texted me from the bar.
Yes. Well, okay, so Paul, my boss, I was going to clean his house. And he has, like, all the technology in the world. Like, his whole house is like a smart house. But he has no way of watching the Bills games without it cutting in and out every time a car drives down his street.
Huh.
So he's, like, sitting at the pizzeria watching the game.
Sunday Night Football, by the way, available on Peacock.
Okay. So he's sitting at the pizzeria watching the game. And it's like closing time was halftime, and he's like, okay, Karina, we're gonna make it to the bar before halftime, we're gonna watch the rest of the game, and it's gonna be great, and then we get to the bar and it's still fucking halftime.
Yep.
And we met up with some friends, and we were like, dude, this game, right, like, halftime. Like, we got drunker than we should have because there was nothing else to do. And then the Bills it was actually really cool once the game started back up.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, it was.
No, it wasn't. And the Chiefs got fucked over in that game.
Okay,
Fuck you, Bills fans, and blaming the refs on shit
whatever.
when they're clearly against the Chiefs.
It was a cool game to watch.
That fucking roughing the passer call was bullshit.
Okay, so my story's over.
No, go ahead.
My story's over.
No.
The end of the game was kind of fun to watch, and I didn't get any cleaning done because halftime took like 45 fucking minutes.
Yeah, well, that was the weather.
I know.
But like I'm watching that game, I'm chatting with my brother.
Oh.
Because my brother lives in Missouri and he's a Chiefs fan, and I'm sitting there watching like what's wrong with your boys, man? What the hell? What's with the score right now? And then the Chiefs start making a comeback, and then all of a sudden there's this like really shitty roughing the passer call, and then just kills the fucking momentum the Chiefs had, and the Bills just run over them from there. So yeah, that game was bullshit. So
so I watched football.
Enjoy your victory,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
So I watched football, and it was fun for about 5 minutes. For 45 minutes, it was really not fun because I was watching the rain.
I did not have any fun watching football on Sunday. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway.
Yeah, so... Oh, I got yelled at Tuesday night.
Oh?
Apparently, years ago, when Brando's first opened their Niagara Falls branch, you know how Wednesdays are $10 pizza nights, every week?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it was Tuesday many years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not anymore. It's Wednesday. 21.56. What the? What do you want from me? Like, what do you?
Yeah, right?
And apparently, people have been complaining about me by name.
Really?
Yeah, like I can't even get what the complaints are. Just that they know my name, and I'm like, if they know my name, they know me. Like, I don't hand out my name to customers, so maybe the problem isn't my cooking or my service. It's that they don't like me, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But people still buy my cookies.
If you're wondering why your phone's vibrating, Jasmine is Snapchatting us.
God damn it, Jasmine.
Anyway, do I think the Kraken are going to finish last? No. I think they played well last night. I think, like I said, I thought that last Golden Knights goal was kind of questionable. So if that game had gone to overtime and possibly a shootout, could it have been a different result? Possibly. But much like with that, roughing the passer call in the Bills game, it happened. Can't do anything about it. I guess I get the logic of why that goal stood, but I still don't agree with it. And that's not to say that I was rooting against Vegas or rooting for Seattle, but just I think that was a shitty way to lose your first game.
Right. Is there a good way to lose your first game?
No, but I mean,
okay. All right.
But there are better ways to lose a game than on a questionable, goal where it looked to me like he kicked it. I don't know. Neutral observer.
Yeah.
Don't care who wins. Would have been nice to see Seattle win. Hey, it's your first game. Go win. Do something cool.
Yeah.
The Vegas went a ton of games before they finally lost one. I don't know about that. I don't think Seattle's like Atlanta. I mean, Seattle does have a great hockey history, and I don't know necessarily that they're gonna go as quickly as the Thrashers did. Not to say that Atlanta didn't have a hockey history, but Seattle has a winning hockey history. So I don't know. We'll see. You might be right. Who knows? Quebec still wants a new franchise. So,
Yeah.
So, I think I started playing NHL 22, which came out yesterday, actually. And still haven't unlocked a Sabres jersey yet for my, what do you call it, World of Chell player. But I do have a Quebec Nordiques jersey. So.
Take this away from me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Crane is playing with it. It's the little hanger that the guitar strap comes on. I'm so worried about you breaking it.
I'm worried about hurting myself.
Okay. That fair enough.
Okay, thanks.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so our friend Katie from Turkey Blaster Omega just dropped a single.
I'm so excited. Katie's gonna be opening the It's Not Even Named Yet concert on December 11th at Stamps. It's gonna be benefiting Food Not Bombs. We're gonna be collecting winter gear for people who can't obtain them otherwise. And it's gonna be Katie, Alessandra, and Toy Box Brigade and the Working Class Stiffs.
Cool.
And it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. Katie says that this song is a song that's addressing the difficult topic of sexual assault and harassment. However, not personal stories. Both of the situations in this song happen to people she's close to.
Oh, wow.
And she added trigger warning to the SoundCloud release of this song. And this song is called The Woman's Curse on LWNY Think So Joe Show.
It's 9 o'clock, the sun is set. Without a right, she goes step by step down one road, all alone. Has no other choice but to walk all the way home. Down the street, where she can't see, off in the shadows, a man creeps, watching her come closer and closer. If only she'd seen, he would have crossed over. So he steps out and almost on cue, he says, "Hey, pretty girl, where are you off to?" She doesn't look back and he doesn't like that. "Let me get your number," he insists, off the bed. She says, "Please, sir, just leave me alone. I'm only trying to get home." But he ignored her words and continued to lure. With each step she felt to get closer to her. Fear in her bones, she ran all the way home and prayed for a cure. For the woman's curse, oh, the woman's curse, oh. Now she's seeing something you won't believe. An important employer and his employee. She needs a raise, he says you gotta pay. And unzips his pants so she understands. "I'll expose you, you're fired if you do. I have a husband who'll never know the truth." They go back and forth, he says, "What is it worth? Money's already tight and you don't wanna make things worse." So she starts a deep desperation and greed. Pain fills her heart and she begs and pleads. "Don't make me do this," he says, "you'll regret it. Finish me off and you can keep your job." She says, "Please, sir, just leave me alone. I'm only trying to get home." But he ignored her voice and gave her no choice, continuing a cycle of abuse and destroys her spirit and freedom for what needs to be done. She prays for a cure, for the woman's curse. Oh, if you don't believe it, trust me, I've lived it. It happens every day, just like one and the same. Tired of seeing my sister take beatings and having to pay for what's between their legs. Oh, I'm tired of the games, of fighting to be the same. Please, sir, just leave me alone. I'm only trying to get home. But you ignore my voice and give me no choice, continuing a cycle of abuse and destroy spirit and freedom for what needs to be done. Praying for a cure, for the woman's curse. Oh.
That was Katie Alessandra from Turkey Blaster Omega, the song called The Woman's Curse.
She's pretty badass.
Yeah. If you were listening to the lyrics of the song, that song's pretty,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little heavier than it sounds at first.
For sure. Hey, guys, my headphones are falling apart. Somebody bring me some glue.
Totally just falling apart.
Yeah. I mean, they've been falling apart, but like
They,
now
like,
they're just
fell
like
apart.
now they've basically fallen apart. So yeah, they're basically hanging on by a thread. So I need some like super glue or something.
Yeah.
Luckily these don't have to travel with me anymore because I have headphones at my drummer's house
Right.
and also just got in-ears. So
That's good.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's weird. Somebody I haven't talked to in forever just sent me a Facebook message.
Oh, who died?
I don't think anybody died. I'm curious now, though.
All right, thanks.
Why?
Sorry.
Why is... What the fuck?
Is everything okay?
Somebody is touring
Oh, okay.
in the U.S.
That's much better.
And they're looking for promoters. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
We can deal with that.
Yeah, it's just like, did she get hacked? I haven't talked to her. Like, it's a mutual friend of mine and Brandon's, and she moved to South Korea, and we stayed in contact a little bit after that, but we haven't really spoken in like years. So
Yeah.
it was like weird to see her name pop up. Like, this person sent you a message. Like,
Yeah.
oh, why? So, yeah, I guess maybe she sees that I promote shows and was like, hey, you might want to book this person. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So, after the show, what you doing?
I don't know.
Hockey?
Maybe.
Wrestling?
No.
No.
Dynamite's on Saturday this week. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I might make some cookies.
cool.
Some Halloween cookies.
By the way, the Anti-Flag show moved. It was supposed to be November 2nd. It's now November 21st, Sunday, November 21st. Same venue, everything. All your tickets are still valid, just different date.
It still sucks.
Yeah. My what I was telling people was my plan was to do my birthday show and then not leave the house till I was going to San Francisco.
Right.
Now I kind of have to. Oh well.
It's going to suck so bad.
It's also the night of WWE Survivor Series, but who fucking cares? WWE's been fucking terrible.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, the buzzing's back.
The buzzing. I love it.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to make Halloween cookies.
You just moved the whole camera.
I'm on fucking unlevel ground in a fucking loose-wheeled chair, and I can't hold still, and you know this.
Use my chair instead of the desk like you were doing before the show.
Okay, sorry. So I'm going to make Halloween cookies. They're going to be sugar cookies with frosting, and I'm really excited about it. And everybody I know should be excited about it. Because everybody I see for the next week is going to get cookies.
All right.
Yeah.
Jasmine,
Oh, shit. I might need some flour.
Jasmine says earthquake.
Chocolate chip cookies with M&Ms. I haven't done that yet.
No.
Like, only M&Ms or M&Ms and chocolate chips?
I think you got to do like the Keebler ones, right? Like where you put the M&Ms like
On top.
just 3 of them on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the chocolate chip cookies.
But that's been done.
Yeah. I mean,
Both. He says both.
yeah.
Both is what he gets.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, buttons.
So, yeah. We still have tons of buttons. We have Brian buttons. We have Living Brain Dead buttons.
Yeah.
Get them at the next show, November 13th at Stamps.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh my gosh, you know what came in?
Halloween decorations.
Halloween decorations for Halloween weekend at Stamps. You know what else? I figured out costumes.
Good for you.
Yeah. I was going to wear a costume today because it's Halloween time, and I thought you guys deserved it. But I took a nap.
Yeah, I Thursday last week. You're like, I need to order this. I need to order that. I need to order this. And I have the money for it. I'm gonna pay for it. Here's my card.
Yeah, about that.
And then I get an email. Your payment was declined.
So I have like $50 for you. I'm sorry.
So I had to buy Halloween decorations on Thursday with 2-day delivery when I was not gonna be home at all on Saturday. So I'm sitting on the porch. I'm waiting for Dan. I've got all my gear out there, sitting there. And I do not go back in the house after I get all my gear out. So we go and, we load up the truck and we go. And I get this message, like, as we're leaving the house saying, your package has been delivered. Like, it has? I saw the Amazon driver deliver to a house across the street and then drive off. I didn't get a package.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, well, we might have to reorder these fucking Halloween
I'm
decorations
really glad they came.
they're telling me they were delivered and they're not.
Yeah.
He's got his Sharpie markers and keys for his Joe costume.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Do you have a beard too? And a 49ers hat?
So
That'd be
anyway,
great.
so
That'd be
anyway,
great.
so I got home from the show and they were on the porch. So I
Mhm.
just kind of brought them in, threw them on the shelf, and was
Yeah,
like,
they're
I got to
gonna
bring all the rest of this shit in. So that's one less. I'll worry about this later. So, because I brought home more gear than I left with. Because it's like, okay, well, now I've got the merch boxes and I've got my amp, but now I've also got my Helix and I've got, these guitars and I've got like all this other, So I came home with more stuff than I left with. He's got his 49ers hat and his beard ready, he says.
We need pictures.
Yeah.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so yeah,
Now I hit your chair and the desk, and
it's bad enough I'm bumping the desk because my cup holder's right here. And because I didn't want to, I needed to make sure the cup holder was still involved in the studio somehow because it was the last thing I ever talked to Brian about.
aw,
And I took it out of the booth because I took the mic stand out of the booth and
Yeah.
replaced it with one of these scissor stands
yeah.
so that I didn't have to buy a mic stand to take the John for him to use for vocals.
Yeah.
So now like this is right up against my chair, so every time I turn, I kind of bump the desk myself.
Yeah.
I'm
as
trying
bad
not
as
to do
me,
that.
though.
No. But yeah, I was bringing in all my shit and then just kind of left the Halloween stuff like on the shelf. Like it'll be fine here.
I'm sure. I mean, it has been so far. It's still there unless the DoorDasher took it.
No, it's still there. Because the DoorDasher left our food on the fucking top of the steps.
Why?
I expect that behavior from FedEx.
Joe versus Shipping, brought to you by the ThinkSoJoE show.
I will tell
every
you.
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
I will tell you this much. I was expecting 2 packages this morning. And one of them, they were both delivered FedEx. One of them was off to the side where it should be, out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was right up against the door. Like the side, next to the door, in plain sight. Big, giant, nondescript box, but the thing inside it was like, actually, I don't know how much I paid for that. It wasn't, it wasn't the most expensive thing out of everything, but it was not super cheap either.
Yeah.
So, because I just basically built an entire in-ear monitor rig that we could
Right.
bring to shows and shit. So
Which
like,
is really going to be useful for you guys.
yeah, I mean, so like I was originally like, okay, I'm just gonna buy this in-ear monitor rack, rack mount thing, put it in the rack we already have, and then we've got in-ears. And the reason for that was,
It sounded for a second like you were going to say we've got innards.
well,
Yes, Joe.
so
You have innards.
well, so
now.
we've been doing silent practices for like a year now,
Right.
and I got because it was a year ago this week, I think, that we did the live stream.
Oh, wow.
And like you could hear the music fine, but you couldn't hear the witty banter in between songs
And that's
that
just
good.
half the show.
So yeah, exactly. So we were like,
Especially with Brian there. Oh, my.
we were like, let's buy a mixer. So I bought a mixer, and we bought a rack for it, and we put it up at John's house, and we plugged everything in, and then we started doing, Brian's like, now we could do silent practices. So we don't bring amps. Everything's right through, because I'm doing a digital, and Brian was doing digital.
Yeah.
So it's just straight into the board with everything. And, into the pedals, and then into the board. And then drums into the board, and then vocals into the board. So we had, if you don't have headphones on, you don't hear shit except for drums and vocals. And I forgot headphones a couple of weeks ago. So we had to go to Walmart, because it was the closest place to get headphones. So I bought a set of headphones, but the cord was like really short. Mm-hmm. So like if I'm standing up, it comes down to like my calf.
Oh, geez.
And we've got extension cables all over the fucking place for headphones and everything. We're on the last song of the day, and I step on the fucking cord.
Of course.
And all I can hear is drums and vocal, and I'm just like, okay, that sucked. And then I start thinking, about, I wish I could wear my Bluetooth headphones. So then that got me thinking about what if we just got in-ears for practice, and then we've got body packs. We don't got to worry about these cords everywhere. That's less cords on the floor, because it's all, we already got all the, 6 drum mics and 4 vocal mics, cables going all over the place, cables from my pedal into the board, from the bass player pedal into the board. Like, less cables would be nice. So I started thinking about, in-ear systems just for practice. So my plan was I was going to buy this in-ear rack mount system, put it in our existing rack, hook it up, and then we've got in-ears for practice.
Yeah.
And then I start watching videos of, here's how you can make an in-ear system that you can bring to any venue and, play and do your show with your in-ears. And it's like, you need to buy a splitter, and you need to buy, this, that, and the other thing. Everybody's got the Behringer X32 mixer, and I'm just like, ooh. Because there's no buttons or faders or anything to, like, fuck up.
No.
So, like, it's just a rack. There's no case to it. It is literally a rack. There's a thing on front for the mixer, or on top for the mixer, and then a 9-unit rack on the bottom with no sides, no back, nothing.
Oh.
So it's like, my problem with, if we wanted to use that, 1, it's huge. 2, there's no way we're not gonna bump some fucking knobs or faders or something on the mixer we have. So it's like, all right, I need a case, to, like, a rack mount case for this shit. So I found one. I bought one, and it's a 10-unit shelf on top, rack on top, and a 6-unit on the bottom. So I'm like, that's perfect, because I need a 4-unit. I need 4 units, and then I want to get a 2-unit drawer.
Okay.
So we could put, like, the belt packs and everything for the in-ears in it. And so then I'm sitting here after I ordered it, and I'm thinking to myself, like, is this big enough for our fucking mixer? Because it closes on top, so, like, that would be cool. We could bring that mixer, except we can't, because the mixer manual says, oh, it takes up 12 rack spaces, so we recommend you have 14, so you could get to the ports in the back, which we need to, because that's where the outs for the wireless is going to be, the in-ears. So I'm like, damn, like, this might not work. But I'm like sitting here last night, like, I'm not going to order this mixer until I get this case and try to put our mixer in it. Right. Besides the fact that the Behringer X32, the one that everybody's like, this is the one to get, this is the best one you could possibly buy, and everybody's got this in their in-ear systems, it's sold out everywhere. Literally everywhere. Like, so I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And then like other shit I needed was sold out. So I had spent more than I wanted to on something else to get a you know, to just get one that was in stock, basically. So then I'm thinking like, you know what? I need to buy fucking cables and shit to hook all this up anyway. So I'm going on the fucking, you know, music store website. Fuck it. I was looking at this, you know, mixer that's got a built-in SD card reader or SD card slot that you could record to, and it records the individual tracks. So it's not like just a mix, and you can record that way to your computer too. So it's like, shit. If I get this, we can record everything. We can record shows. We can record practices. We can demo things. We can record at practice and mix it later and like do an album this way.
Yeah.
And I'm telling Kevin all this and John, but John was like just waking up. So I think he probably missed most of it. But I'm telling Kevin all this. He's like, dude, that would be sweet. And it's what Brian originally wanted when we bought the mixer we got in the first place.
Right.
He was kind of upset that it didn't do, you know, individual tracks out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, no, it's so we have something so we can record and also do like a live stream. I'm not worried about having multiple tracks. Now I'm like, shit, if we have multiple tracks, you know, we can, you know, record from shows. We can take the audio from the board and mix that to sound really good and put out, you know, video from the cameras instead of, you know, just everything's going straight in the computer and all that. So,
Right.
So I kind of, while telling them about the features of the board, I was kind of like, fuck, I'm going to end up buying this thing.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying it. It's made by Zoom, who are the same people that do these little things here. Yeah. The Zoom H, this is my H8 right here. Tina Panic Noise actually has my other Zoom.
It's funny you should mention them.
It is funny I should mention them because we're playing them in about 8 minutes. But so I'm like, all right, it's Zoom. I trust Zoom because like I use their products and I'm used to using their products. It's got the same, I think, display as this H8 does on it. And then it's like, but you control it through like an iPad or a computer.
Oh.
So I'm just like, so there's like a couple of knobs on the front, but like they're like compressor knobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like everything else is controlled by the app and everything plugs into the back of the unit. So like it takes up 3 spaces in the rack mount. So I'll have plenty of space for that and for everything else I've got. And if I want to add a drawer at some point to put the, you know, battery packs in and everything. So I got all that. And then I just also bought an 8-port battery charger with rechargeable batteries.
Oh, good.
So we can, because 4 packs, 2 batteries each, 8 batteries. Perfect.
Unlike hot dogs and hot dog buns.
Right. So anyway, I was going to buy a light, but then I was looking at the cost of the light that just broke, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I need it that bad.
Yeah, this works.
This is doing okay.
Yeah.
Our overhead light just kind of
Just broke.
fell apart.
Yeah.
Like it started coming down yesterday, and then then today I'm like leaving the room and I bumped my head on it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I realized it was down at a 90-degree angle, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing really does need to be replaced.
Yeah.
And then as I'm trying to take it apart, it literally just came right apart, and or take it off the tripod, it just literally came apart. I'm like, yeah, I think we need another light, but the lights that we use to light us from the front, I have more of. So I'm like, hey, I can just put one of those up there for now.
Yeah, that works.
Seems to be doing the job. We look okay.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
It's no Halloween costumes.
John
Maybe
Johnson.
We'll do that next week.
John Johnson wants to know what your ideas for your costume are.
I don't know if I can tell you. I might just have to do it. I want to tell you because they're all clever.
So I was kind of looking at Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of required to wear one.
Yeah, 2.
Two.
You need 2.
Two, because we have two.
Minimum 2.
Two shows coming
Actually,
up.
3, so we could have costumes on next week would be cool.
So I'm looking at costumes and I'm like, I kind of want this, but the reviews kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want that, but I think it would suck for doing the yellow sauce bit. Which is like the biggest problem right now is I have to do the yellow sauce bit. So like I can't get a costume that like obscures my face. You know what I mean? Or like prohibits me from turning pages in a book easily or, you know, speaking into a microphone easily or reading easily. Like,
You know what would be a really cool costume for you?
what?
I'm sure it can't be done, but it would be cool for you narrating to be Teddy Ruxpin.
Ha! He's not the first person to tell me I could be a giant banana, but I can't
He
be a
can't.
giant banana
Bob Paul died.
be out of respect for Bob Paul. Bob Paul died trying to save you from the space wizard.
He died.
And I can't in good conscience dress like Bob Paul.
Because it's not a joke.
No.
We take it serious.
Yes.
Yeah, Teddy Ruxpin, do it. Speaking of teddy bears,
National
you're
Take Your
welcome.
Teddy Bear
You're
to
welcome
Work.
for the segue.
National Take Your Teddy Bear to Work Day today. So you didn't bring a teddy bear, but you
I
just
forgot
knocked
my
everything
Willy.
down off the top of that, and
I'll pick it up.
and we have our sloth here.
Yeah, the sloth that Jasmine got you.
Yes. It was hanging on a light stand, but now the light stand's not in here. And I'm like, you could keep it out there. I got plenty of room here, and I never use that light anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I remember for take your teddy bear to work or school day, I remember taking, I never took Willie to school because I didn't want anything to happen to Willie. I didn't trust the other kids.
right.
And I didn't trust myself. I'll be honest. But I would take other, like my second favorite stuffed animals. And we got to wear our pajamas, and then we got like movie days. It was fun. It was fun. Did you ever participate in anything like that?
I don't recall.
Yeah. It was like part of like some kind of program to motivate the kids to do better, and like every Friday or something like that, like there would be a movie day or a game day or some kind of like if you did your homework all week, you get to do a special activity.
Right.
And yeah, I was a good student. I'm good at school, so I got to do that stuff. I remember one time they went to put Ren and Stimpy on, and it was like there was some kind of like toenail pus thing going on, and the teachers got really upset and they turned it off. And they were like, "I'm sorry, kids. Like we thought Nickelodeon was for kids, you know." And they like made this big deal about it. And then they put on what's it called? The Headless Horseman, Ichabod Crane, the
Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Yes. They put that on, and it's like, okay, thank you. Like, this isn't horrible, but this is what we watch every single movie week. So, I don't know. I was like, we didn't have cable, so I was like, Nickelodeon, this is going to be such a treat. And then I was like, Ren and Stimpy, I've never seen this. And then it was like, infected toenail pus. Yeah, oh no, they're turning it off.
John says he had a giant stuffed monkey. His name was Jeff.
Jeff with a G.
With a G.
Jeff with a G.
Yes.
I had a friend named Jeff with a G.
Just like Jiff with a G.
Jiff.
Anyway, I will die on that hill. I've done voiceovers and I've looked at the comments like, what the hell is a GIF?
What the hell is a GIF?
Like, it's the proper fucking way to pronounce it according to the guy who invented the fucking thing. You can't argue that the guy who invented the fucking word doesn't know how to pronounce the fucking word.
Yeah, he invented the word. He knows how to say it. It could look GIF and be pronounced like penis. And
Right.
he would be right because he invented that word.
Exactly.
Penis GIF. There
Well,
we
what's
go.
it stand for? It stands for graphic. It's not graphic. Yeah, and, like, scuba doesn't sound like whatever the fuck it stands for either. But you
Right.
still say scuba and you don't question that. Anyway. But,
Yeah, Jasmine, what are you talking about?
The guy, she said he waited too
Oh,
long
he
to
waited
tell
too
us.
long to tell us.
But the thing is,
He shouldn't have to tell you.
No.
It's Jiff.
he just you were all getting it wrong, and he says, guys, no, you're saying it wrong, fuckers.
Fuckers. So, Jasmine.
He had to correct you.
Laura has some demands.
He had to correct you because you were wrong.
Laura has demands.
I don't care what Laura says.
Okay, I have demands. Let's play some music.
So this Saturday night at Mohawk Place, it is a farewell to Tina Panic Noise.
Are you serious?
We played our second show with them at Electric Avenue,
Yeah.
and which is right next door to Mohawk Place. But yes, it's their farewell show this Saturday at Mohawk Place.
Wow.
They're performing with Passed Out, Boy Jr., and Lung. And that is, it's $12 at the door. And proof of vaccination is required.
Okay, that's good to know.
If you have a problem with that, grow the fuck up and get your shot.
Or if you have a problem with that, don't go.
Right.
You don't have to be like a dick every single time.
Yeah. Or just, grow up and get your shot and stop contributing to a global fucking health crisis. Anyway, so this song is called Holiday from Tina Panic Noise on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Tina Panic Noise on All WNY Think So Joe Show. I wasn't expecting it to end so suddenly.
Yeah.
I was
That
not
was pretty
ready.
groovy, pretty chill.
Yes. Again, farewell show on Saturday.
Hate to see you guys go.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to play with them at Electric Avenue.
Yes, that was a really cool venue, like very intimate. Like you were right there with everybody, not on a stage, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a really cool venue. I remember I didn't feel well that night.
Yeah.
And I left early and
Yes.
missed, like most of this fucking show. But it was, I wish that I had felt better because that was one of those like really cool situations.
It was a good show. It was a good time, and hanging out with them was cool. And like they have my other Zoom recorder.
Yeah.
Guys, I might come to the show Saturday.
You should. You should.
If I can. I saw your pictures of your Halloween costume, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool
Good, it was-
shit.
Yeah, it was a good job.
Yeah.
I've done. I've dressed as Cactus Jack one year.
Yes,
I was the Patriot one year. Karina knows all about that one.
I was a clown that year.
You, yeah, and you thought some random dude was trying to take your pizza.
Let's be real. You were some random dude trying to take my pizza. And you had a mask on like you were thieving.
It was a Patriot mask
Like I knew,
for America.
Merca, because you're so proud.
Yeah, right.
Because you did so much work to be an American.
I just went on High Spots and bought like the cheapest fucking lucha mask I could find, which was the Patriot mask on clearance. And you can still buy that mask for $10 on High Spots right now. Believe me, I was looking at lucha masks the other day. I was like, ooh, a La Parka mask. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense without the rest of the costume. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be La Parka.
Do you want to see my Willie?
Yes.
This is my Willie. You guys, this is Willie. I've had her since I was 5 months old. I got her from my godfather for my first Christmas. His name was Willie, so that's what her name was. I don't feel like I necessarily named her.
What am I being for Halloween? A concert promoter.
Dressed as what?
A concert promoter.
So he's going to wear his camouflage shorts, his Vans, and a local band t-shirt.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I'll dress as...
Or you could dress as Greg Burt, the concert promoter.
I could.
You could be a concert promoter dressed as a concert promoter. That would be hilarious.
I could be the most obnoxious thing on a planet. I'm sure I'm sure I can easily find some Buffalo Bills gear.
Ooh. But you can't find Saber's Zuba leggings.
I cannot.
Guys, help me out. They don't even have to be official.
That's right. John's being concert promoter Joe.
Can we get pictures of that for real, though? Excuse me.
I don't know. The problem with doing costumes is I have this thing.
Yeah.
So like I either need
But that's funny.
I either need a full mask or I need something that incorporates this. Or I could do like just a pun like I did a few years ago for one of the Black and Heart Black and Heart balls where I was Beard Al Yankovic.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, so, okay, I can tell you one of my costumes that didn't work out because the dress didn't fit because my boobs had got too big. I was going to be Frankenstein.
It's National No Bra Day today.
I'm wearing a bra.
I know.
Jasmine knows because she was sending me Snapchats of my cleavage. Joe could be Sami Zayn.
I could.
Does he have a beard?
Yes.
Oh.
He's also got hair, though. I don't.
Well, wigs are easy. That's an easy thing to deal with.
That's true.
Oh, my God. You could be a conehead.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the conehead guy at the fucking Salem's Park.
Uh-huh.
That would be fun. A conehead with a beard. Oh, my God. Please do it. I'll do it if you do it.
I don't know. I went to Spirit and I'm looking around and I'm like, I'm not feeling any of this.
Yeah.
So on another website and I'm looking around and I'm like, no, I'm still not feeling any of this. So I don't know. It's not from lack of trying. It's just lack of like, I don't want to do any of this.
Yeah.
Like I'd much, like I will be fine being the only person not in a costume if I don't come up with something.
Oh, also, there will be a costume contest. Joe's not going to win.
Make it awesome. Joe could be Karina for Halloween.
Oh my God. Could Joe be Karina in a tutu for Halloween?
No, I don't think so.
Please?
No.
Please. Oh my gosh. So I have a blue and gold tutu. Should I wear that to the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe if I borrow your Karina's Cookies apron.
That would be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I have ideas, but then I'm like looking at the costumes and it's like impractical, or in one case it's like, yeah, this thing is like smells like it's toxic.
That's great.
And fur keeps falling off of it. And I'm like, there's enough fur around here.
There is. We don't need to
Even
bring
with 2
foreign
less
animals.
cats.
We don't need to bring foreign animals in here.
So, yeah.
So, I need a chiropractor.
While we were napping, I got a visit from Whisper in my dream.
Aw, did he say anything dick-like?
No.
Was he a dick?
No,
Did he come to beat you up?
It was weird because it was like he died, but then he was like moving, but then it was Snowball.
No.
It was weird. Like,
Listen, universe, you leave my Snowball
no. He was alive.
Okay.
Like it was Whisper, but then he starts moving. I'm like, wait, Whisper's moving. He's alive. And then it turned out that, no, wait, this is Snowball. Like, he just kind of like morphed into Snowball and was moving around and like
so maybe
meowing and
Snowball's
shit.
the alpha now.
I guess. I don't know.
Can I see that capo? Thanks.
Am I going to regret this?
I don't know. Do you regret this?
Anyway.
Hey, what if you had a costume that had nothing to do with wrestling?
It wouldn't be the first time.
I know, but I would get way more into it if it had nothing to do with wrestling because I don't know shit. I know who Sami Zayn is, but I don't know what he looks like. I just know his t-shirts are pretty ska. Didn't he like hit somebody or something, or was that CM Punk? There's a lot of wrestlers that have hit people, huh?
Like hit a fan? That was CM Punk.
Oh, what was the circumstances?
The dude was like trying to push him down the stairs,
Yeah,
and he
that's
hit the
fucked
wrong,
up.
and then he hit the wrong, or was like, like, hey, we should push him down the stairs, and like tried to like push him, so he turned around and punched some dude, but it was the wrong dude.
Ah.
And luckily, like the dude was like, I get it, it's a misunderstanding, it's cool.
Yeah.
So
He punched me. I got to do that. That was
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a whole box full of costume stuff in the basement.
We should go through it.
Yeah, I was down there yesterday because I was looking for my old mixer. I was trying to see if like that would have been big enough to do what I need to do, but then it was like, I did do CM Punk one year. I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I dressed as CM Punk one year.
Cool.
So, yeah. I don't know. My Mick Foley was my favorite.
Yeah.
Mostly because I put Grant in the fucking mandible claw with Mr. Sacco.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. Fucking. I'm trying to think of what some of my favorite costumes have been. But I think one of my favorite costumes was not actually a costume. I put on. It's easier to just find a picture. But I was wearing a diaper, a tutu, one of those hats that like makes you look like a cat, and a silk tiger stripe bathrobe. But yeah, I don't know how. I will tell you how I acquired the diapers. One of my friends had some stomach issues, and she went to the hospital, and me and my mom went with her. And there was a pile of diapers, and I had a big purse. And I'm not gonna leave empty-handed, so I had diapers for days. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I didn't do that. I just wore the diapers for that one time, and then that other time. No, it was just one time. But with a tutu, it was adorable. It's actually inspiration for one of my possible costume ideas.
You know what I could be for Halloween?
What could you be?
Santa Claus.
Do it. I'll be an elf if you be Santa Claus.
You do that every Halloween, though.
Dressed as an elf?
Yeah.
I did that once.
Okay. Or every Christmas, rather.
Oh, yes, I do that for every Christmas, but I'll do it for Halloween.
That's what I meant was Christmas, not Halloween.
Yeah, I'll do it for Halloween. I was a leprechaun for Halloween one time. It was a pretty lame costume. I could have done better. Truth be told.
I think the lamest one I did was I was a priest.
I didn't see it. It could be good.
It was back. It was back around the time that demo I got was
Oh, yeah?
recorded. It was a party in Luke's basement.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? No, it was after that then, because that was I would think that was at the house he's at now. So that would have been like years later. Anyway. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I listened to that demo and it was like, man, I remember these songs. Were they always this bad? I'm glad I don't sing in this band, except for backup vocals. You know what's really ironic is the couple of videos we got from Scott. One of them we can't play on the air because it's a cover. Yeah. Actually, technically, both of them are covers. But one we would probably get away with because it's a Silence the Cynic cover.
Right, that's like covering yourself almost.
Kind of, yeah, because we were doing that song when Brian was still with us.
Right.
So, ironically, we weren't doing the song with us when Brian was still with us. We learned that one on our own after the fact because we didn't want to do Dead to Me anymore.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that doesn't seem too appropriate. Let's do something else off his album.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have just as easily done one of his CCR covers. So.
Ouch. Can I get a new office chair?
Sure.
Can
When I have some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable.
Okay. I mean, there's another one of those chairs that's been rebuilt in the other room there.
Do you really have drug-free tattooed on your knuckles? Please send me pictures.
Yeah, that's
Does he really?
I don't know. That's a pretty common tattoo, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
Like-
think it's hilarious.
Like 2 guys in AEW have them.
What it? I don't know. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like getting the
straight edge.
the
tattoo,
straight edge X.
The XXX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like CM Punk and Darby Allin both have them, and they're both straight edge.
I think it's cool that you're straight edge. I respect the shit out of that. Just drug free. It just reminds me of Dare and Deputy Wydell and him teaching me how to do drugs and teaching me not to do drugs. Like, it just, the war on drugs was just really funny to me in the big picture.
Well, I mean, that's...
But the straight edge lifestyle and whatever is completely respectable. It's just not for me. I like weed.
Some dude, when CM Punk came back to AEW, was like, "Yeah, how do actual punks feel about this guy? He's clearly not Punk. He worked for the machine. He worked for the corporation for however long he worked for WWE." It's like, yeah, dude, I totally don't believe that this dude that hangs out with Lars Fredrickson on the
Right.
regular and has a lifestyle inspired by fucking Minor Threat is a punk.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You know what's not punk? Gatekeeping. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm going to move this before it gets knocked down.
Good call.
Anyway, that thing's expensive and still being paid for. So that means I got 2 Zoom things that I'm making payments on every month now.
Oh.
So, really happy with my... I can't wait to get this mixer. And what's cool is everything's coming here, so I don't have to, like, spend an hour at practice putting it all together. Like, hey, Ryan, I know it's your
yeah.
first practice with us, but you're going to have to wait while I build all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's all going to be here by Friday, and then I can sit here. You're not going to be home. I'll be here. Like, this goes here. Plug this in. And I'm like, I'm not, like, so I bought, like, all the cables I think I'm going to need.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought screws. Because I don't know if, like, I'm getting screws with this rack kit. There they are.
Oh, you can't. My cracked. Okay, you guys, you know how I'm always dropping my phone? It finally happened.
Yep.
It finally cracked.
She texted me yesterday, I need a new phone.
But yeah, here's the drug-free tattoo. It just, I like that it matches your shirt. I really do. I feel like you can't do that every day, though. It's green.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
I also like the font choice. But, I mean, Thug Life fits too. Right? Yeah, Thug
Yes, it does.
Life. Or Thug Free.
Well, see, now you got to get the other CM Punk straight edge tattoo, the one that is where Tupac had the Thug Life. Anyway.
No, but, yeah. I used to tell my mom I was straight edge.
I say Tupac had. Tupac still has.
Yes.
Let's not kid ourselves. That dude's still alive. I can prove it.
Okay. Oh, it's the Ed Hardy font. That's why it looked that's why it looked familiar.
Oh, he does have that tattoo too, he says.
Aw.
The straight edge across the stomach.
You said you stopped counting at like 40 tattoos, so you probably have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like
I think I'm at like 10 or 11.
I think I'm at like 7. I keep counting, but then I forget the number.
I need to visit. Yeah, me too. I need to visit Mark again soon.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a tattoo in a while. It's been like 3 months.
It's not that long.
It's been like 3 months since I got my Brian tattoo. But like when I get to the point where I forgot I've gotten a tattoo recently, it's time to get a tattoo.
Yes, heard.
So, I often forget I have tattoos. I'll like be in the shower and just like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this one looks pretty cool. Mark did a really good job on these. This actually, the puppets tattoo took a couple of sessions because Mark wasn't feeling well. Actually, no. That was the night I didn't have the money.
Oh, and he pulled a super cool move.
And he was like, look, let me do this much for you. Come back in a week when you have the money and we'll finish it. Like, oh, cool. And then he's like, I'm only going to charge you this much this time because I want you to be able to get through the week. I'm like, Mark, I will have the money on Monday. I just didn't realize at the time that I couldn't get the money out of my PayPal and into my bank account over the weekend. Now you can.
Oh.
Because now it's like you pay, I think it's like 1% or something. And that you pay 1% and then you get it instantly, which is cool. I was taking advantage of that when I didn't have a working capital loan out. So, get your daughter for a tattoo for your daughter. It's going to be epic. I've got, can I get this way somehow?
Stand up.
There it is. There it is. It's my daughter's handprint with the Mortal Kombat dragon in it. Her initials are MK.
Yeah.
She's turning 18 next year. She's already talking about what tattoos she wants. And I'm like, well, if I'm sure your mom already said she would take you, but I'll take you if she doesn't. So
Yeah.
I'll take you to my guy. He'll do a good job.
Yeah, he will.
I'm sure whoever, her mom would take her to would do a fine job. But, I like Mark.
Yeah,
Mark
Mark's
does-
really good.
He does great work. He's got a gentle touch, as you've
Yes, he
found
does.
out. And
You know what's weird is I got a bruise right here. And also, like, I burnt myself right here, like, right next to my tattoo,
yeah.
to the point where, like, it touches the tattoo but doesn't ruin the tattoo. But that made me realize that on my right arm, I probably shouldn't get below my elbow tattooed because look at all these burns.
I see.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
But I don't work pizza ovens much anymore because
Right.
I got a promotion.
Karina finally got a promotion and nobody had to die.
You don't know that.
And it was a reference to the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, so it's just about time to get out of here. I didn't set. Oh no,
You
we got
didn't
a
set a timer.
got a little bit of time. We actually got like a minute. I didn't set a timer because I don't need to get out of here right at 8
Well,
o'clock tonight.
What are your plans for the rest of the week? We're going to the Sabres game tomorrow.
Sabres game
We're
tomorrow.
going to see Grace and Megan.
Going to the Sabres game and the
We're gonna
party
see
before
Sabretooth.
the game tomorrow too, outside the
Oh
arena.
shit! And I'm gonna wear a tutu.
And then Friday, I'll probably be putting together an in-ear monitor
Oh, that's
system
gonna be exciting. I'm kind of jelly.
to be able to start bringing around to shows and actually be able to have the same mix at shows that we have in our earphones,
Earbuds.
our in-ears
Yes.
at practice. And then Saturday, I have Madison, but then I might go to the Tina Panic
I
Noise
think
show
you should try to.
depending on when she gets picked up.
Yes.
Sunday,
Football?
no, because the Niners have a bye week.
Probably you're not
hockey.
going to watch any other football. You're going to want to watch the Bills lose.
But the Bills haven't been losing, and that's no fun for me.
Well, then, look, I watched Josh Allen jump over a Chief, and I was like, that was cool. Sorry, Willie. And then some dude caught a ball and, like, made a touchdown, and I was like, I understand that!
Monday, I'll procrastinate on watching wrestling and try and watch it all in an hour like I usually do. And then Tuesday's band practice. So that's the next week for me. Looking forward to band practice. First time with our temporary bass player. Dan Twist was a one-time fill-in. We're with, I think Ryan's sticking with us until we find somebody, which is the plan, to get through November 13th and then start looking.
Yeah.
But we are listening to offers. That doesn't necessarily mean we're taking shows.
Right.
I know Working Class Stiffs were trying to get into Rochester. And I was like, hey, if you guys need an opener, we might not necessarily be available, but we'll listen.
Yeah.
So, so Ryan's going to be our bass player for the time being, and then hopefully we'll find somebody relatively shortly after that.
Hey, it might even be Ryan.
Maybe
He's in the running.
Maybe he'll like it enough to want to do both bands. We're not. I mean, obviously, Shambles takes priority over us for him, and that's cool. But anyway, it's time
Sunday.
for us.
You don't know what you're gonna do. Well, why don't you go to Stamps?
Maybe go see Digital Afterlife.
Yeah.
Digital Afterlife, the We Turn to Machines for Guidance EP release show. Sunday at Stamps with Comrades.
I don't know what that says. The other one, the last one, I think is Chuck, or not Chuck.
Maybe Chuck.
That might say Chuck.
Stickler. STCLVR. I don't know. Somebody. Karina does know how to play bass. Karina doesn't drive, though, so we can't get to practice. I think that is Chuck. I think you're right. CHV.CK.
Yeah, and the moving image. That's how you name a band.
And the moving image, which you can actually read.
Yes. But then again, that word could say penis. And somebody invented that word, and they get to invent how it's pronounced.
Also true. $10 pre-sale, $12 day of the show, 18 and up.
That's
and
great.
This is a track from the album We Turn to Machines for Guidance, which came out last year.
Yes, and now they're finally getting to promote it.
Exactly. They're finally, just like us, the last show,
Yeah.
like, hey, I can finally say this. We have CDs in the back.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a song off that EP. It's called Destruction Hide. This is Digital Afterlife on the ThinkSoJoE show, and we will see you next week.